At 4:47 p.m., a message arrives. Need this tonight? Can you make it happen? 8 words. No reason, no consequence. One deadline word, still unconfirmed. And still, your evening begins rearranging itself. That moment is easy to mistake for a time management problem. It may also be a small power problem, but not in the dramatic sense. No one has to threaten you. The message supplies urgency. You supply the command. This is micropower, not control over other people, but control over the interval between pressure and response. It is the ability to decide what the moment actually requires before speed, guilt, status, or discomfort decides for you. Return to that message. Suppose it came from a senior colleague. You start typing, "Absolutely, sorry, I was planning to finish the budget, but I can move things around. I know this matters." Notice what happened. You accepted the deadline, rearranged the work, and began defending yourself before asking one basic question. What does tonight mean? Maybe the colleague needs 3 figures for an 8 o'clock call. Maybe they would be fine with a rough outline tomorrow. The point is not to assume the request is unreasonable. The point is to stop promoting an implied deadline into a confirmed one. Organizational psychologists use the term workplace telepressure for the preoccupation and urge to respond quickly to message-based work communication. In the original scale studies, higher telepressure was associated with faster email responding and with measures including burnout, absenteeism, and poorer sleep quality. That research was not an experiment showing that slower replies make people healthier. It identified a pattern and its associations. The same pattern can appear without a phone. In a meeting, a director asks, "Are you sure you can own this?" The literal question is about readiness. But status enters the room, and your answer becomes a biography: past wins, late nights, credentials, loyalty. The question asked for a decision. The pressure recruited a closing argument. Experimental decision research has found that people adapt how they search for information and choose among options when time is constrained. Some shortcuts can be efficient, so the careful claim is not that fast decisions are foolish. It is that the clock participates in the decision. A deadline can change the strategy you use before it changes the answer you give. The practical method has 3 moves: separate the request, set the clock, and keep the sentence. First, separate the request. Write 2 lines. What was literally requested, and what am I adding? Can you send a draft tonight, is the request. If I do not, they will think I am difficult, is an interpretation. The interpretation may deserve attention. It should not pass unnoticed as an instruction. Second, set the clock. Ask, is there an explicit deadline? Who said it? What changes if I answer in 10 minutes, at 6, or tomorrow morning? These questions do not erase real urgency. They make the urgency become specific. When a decision needs time, send a receipt instead of a surrender. I saw this. I will confirm by 6. You have acknowledged the person without pretending you already have an answer. There is no magic interval. 10 minutes is not a treatment, and 1 breath is not a biochemical reset button. A breath is simply a small, available unit of time. Use the amount the situation allows. Third, keep the sentence. State the decision before the defense. I can send the 3 figures tonight and the full draft tomorrow. If context is useful, add 1 relevant fact. Do not turn a boundary into an application for permission. To make this easier under pressure, prepare 1 if-then line in advance. If I feel pushed to answer immediately, then I will acknowledge the message and name my response time. In experimental studies, implementation intentions that linked a situation to a planned action helped people complete a difficult goal and initiate action when the planned opportunity appeared. That is not a guarantee. It is a way to choose the next move before the room gets loud. There is an ethical line here. Delay is not automatically strength. If you withhold a reply to make someone anxious, you are applying pressure, not escaping it. And slower is not always wiser. Safety, caregiving, and commitments can deserve speed. Micropower is not the habit of waiting. It is the ability to tell the difference between a real demand and a borrowed deadline. Try this for 1 week. Keep 3 columns: the request, the deadline you inferred, and the response you chose. Do not score yourself on how calm you felt. Look for the moments when you checked the clock, reduced the scope, or kept a clear sentence from becoming a defense. Power is often pictured as the person who controls the room. In ordinary life, a useful form of power is smaller, keeping authorship of your next response. The next time a message arrives carrying more urgency than information, you do not have to win the interaction. Just ask who set the clock.